Welcome to Damascus. We're broadcasting from the studios of Syrian state television in the heart of the capital. And even here, you can feel the war. There's a constant sound of shelling and explosions by night and day, and clashes between government forces and opposition fighters in the suburbs. A little more than a week ago, President Assad set out his terms for a political solution to a worsening war. He said he was ready to talk to Syrians who, as he put it, had not betrayed their country. Well, the man who's been doing a lot of the shuttling to foreign capitals, at least to Moscow and to Tehran, is the man who joins me here, Syria's Vice Foreign Minister, Faisal Makdad. Welcome. Thank you for speaking to the BBC.
Thank you, Lyse. Thank you.
The reaction in many capitals and in Syria as well to the president's speech was that it was like the old initiatives. It was disappointing. Are you going to go back to the drawing board?
Absolutely, we have to initiate our understanding of how we can solve the problem. And this is exactly what the President has done. What was there in the speech of His Excellency are the ideas that were proposed by different countries, including some of those countries who have, outright said, we don't accept such a thing. Even before they study it, before they see it, and before it seems to me they have written their statements immediately when they heard President Assad is going to make a statement. So we believe the announcement made by President Assad has credibility, it has a lot of new ideas, and it reflects the intention of the Syrian people for a national dialogue where everybody is going to be invited to the table, where those who lay down their arms will also sit on the round table and discuss the present and the future of Syria on the basis of democracy, human rights, justice, a new constitution, and the freedom of expression, new press, and democracy.
But Mr. Makdad, many asked after the president's speech, in which he seemed to condemn almost all of the opposition as murderous criminals, terrorists, foreign puppets. Who would he negotiate with?
We shall negotiate with all those who want to build the future of Syria. So those who are killing Syrians, those who are destroying Syria,
but the killing
those
sadly
who are
is going on both sides, Mr. Makdad.
No, it is not like this. I mean, we have to understand.
More than 60,000 dead, the majority by government forces.
For us, yes, a lot of the, government forces are martyrs now. For us, what counts is even a single Syrian loss is a great loss. So I don't want to give any credibility to the figures announced most recently, and some Western governments, those who are deeply involved in the confrontation, who are supporting the terrorist groups, who are arming them, who are opening their borders for them, who are sending them to Syria, including mainly the Turkish government, are expectedly against any initiative because they want to kill Syria.
But both sides are armed. Let's look at the political solution. When I recently spoke to the envoy, Lakhdar Brahimi, he called on the president to lead the change and not to resist it. And yet the president said he still wants to run for elections in 2014.
What's wrong with that?
Because they're talking about a transition now. What was agreed by the international community by Syria was a transition to a new order.
Yeah, a new order under President Assad is a credible order. So why to put it outrightly, outside the framework?
So many dead.
Now, the difference is that the president and many other candidates who may run will go to the people, put their programs, and to be elected by the people. So the ballot box will be the place where the future of the leadership of Syria will be decided. What are they doing in the West? It is a coup d'etat if we listen to what the armed groups and those enemies of Syria are proposing.
So this is what is being offered now by the government of Syria, a dialogue which ends up with President Assad remaining in power?
Absolutely not. We are opening the way for democracy or deeper democracy. And in a democracy, you don't tell somebody not to run.
But do you accept the idea that is now being discussed in an international peace plan for a transitional government?
Of course,
in which
the whole
full
plan,
executive powers, in other words, President Assad will lose his powers in order to bring all Syrians together in a new political order, real change, not cosmetic?
In fact, some circles, the well-known circles, who want to go on killing the Syrian people, or they achieve what they have wanted long time ago. I mean, this is not only 2 years or 4 years, it is 10 years or 20 years that these people are demanding the removal of the Syrian leadership for well-known political agendas. This will not happen to them. Now we are saying we shall go to the Syrian people, because the United Nations Security Council resolution says any political process should be made among Syrians and should be led by Syrians. So why to exclude X and Y from such a democratic process? This is absolutely not democracy. This is a pseudo-democracy.
Faisal Makdad, thank you very much for joining us here in Damascus. And that's how it looks here from the Syrian capital, and from those who say there has to be a political solution, but a solution in the kind of terms we've been hearing about today.